going to fall apart. I'm hoping that Dr. Leonard Nzenwa comes back, so he continues with that discussion on the coalition. For me, 2023 was is a historic marker that Nigerians should have taken advantage of to set themselves free. But what happened? Was so saddening, so saddening that the country allowed that to happen, and then everybody went to bed for a man who did not win an election to be installed president of Nigeria. Yes, a man whose election was announced when all Nigerians were sleeping, and a man, a product of a corrupt system. Yes. Night before the election, Mahmoud Yakubu was flown to Lagos, and he was at the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's house. Dauda Yakubu, who is the INEC chairman, that Independent National Electoral Commission chairman. He was at the house of Bola Ahmed Tinubu a night, yes, on the eve of the election. He was flown in from Lagos. They made merry, and it was everywhere on the social media. Yes, they were eating and drinking, which means before the election took place, the result had been announced. So why did Nigerians allow themselves to be fooled? Why did they wake up and go to that election? That night would have been enough for them to shut down the whole process. But because the country is a lawless country, yes, has remained a lawless country, the security agencies that were supposed to act saw this and did not act because they colluded. They are part of it. They are accomplices in this evil against Nigeria. The DSS did not see any reason to intervene. The police did not see any reason to ask questions. The civil organization, they asked very feebly. And then the following day was an election. Nigerians came out in big numbers. Young people who were yearning for change were out there in big numbers, hoping that their effort was going to lead to something else that was transformative. But their collective hope was dashed. Yes, when midway in the election, the server stopped working. Yeah, the server stopped working. They shut down the server, like that of Kenyan server. Yeah, that brought William Ruto to power. You see, Kenya and Nigeria looks like they are operating at the same wavelength. The same criminality that is going on in Nigeria is what is happening in Kenya. Yes. So they shut down the server. And then the INEC representatives at various polling units had to resort to the old English system that led us where we are. And we saw people who were there were savvy enough, captured the true results, and were uploading them so that this fraud will not take place or will not be formalized. But no, they got the army involved. Yes, as they announced the result. The next thing, Bola Ahmed Tinubu had moved into the defense house. The next minute, he was at Tony Elumelu's house, the man who provided them the vote of his bank, to take all the money with which he bought all the strategic institutions like the army and the.
Yeah,
all right, welcome back.
Is horrible. Even I have
okay.
to go. I have to go out on the street now to see I can get better reception. It's still the same thing I'm experiencing. So it is very clear that's the kind of thing we're experiencing in terms of the value being added to Nigerian by telecommunication companies.
Just go ahead and go to the point. Don't explain. You have explained enough. We already understand what's going on.
Okay, the point I'm making is this. If we were pinning our hope on the so-called coalition, the ADC coalition, I think we will not be doing ourselves good. Nigerians should not be optimistic about this coalition because, first of all, I have just given you a background to the personalities who are driving that particular coalition.
Yes.
I told you that the leader of that political party, for instance,